The Materials tab in QuickBid is where you can view a summary of all the different materials you've added to your bid. You can double-click any line to open the item's master record, or right-click a line and select Modify Item from the context menu. There's a lot to see on the Materials tab, but before you begin your review, right-click and select Show Description from the context menu. This option adds a new column to the page which displays the name of the material item. That helps a lot if you're not familiar with all the cost codes. You should also select the checkbox at the top of the screen labeled View Conditions in Use. Then, a panel at the bottom of the screen displays every condition utilizing the selected item. You can adjust the panel size by dragging the line dividing the top and bottom portions of the screen. Right-click in this panel and choose Group by Type from the context menu if you prefer to see the conditions grouped. The first three columns identify the material by the item code, description, and cost code. The next column in blue is for the item's size or style. You can change the size or style in this field if necessary, but doing so changes every condition using the item. To adjust an individual condition, double-click the condition from the bottom panel to access the Condition Details window. If there's no entry in this field, the item doesn't have any sizes or styles. The Quantity and UOM fields display the total quantity and unit of measure for that item across the project. The next two columns, Material Cost and Per, display the material costs in green per whatever the entry in Per is. For instance, $20 per box. You can change the material costs if you wish, and depending on your settings, you may see a message asking if you'd like to update the master material cost. If you answer yes, the price in the current bid and the database update for future bids. If you answer no, only the current bid price updates. You can perform a batch price update from the context menu. Right-click and select Update Unit Cost. The Update Unit Cost window appears where you can enter a percentage by which you want to update the unit cost for your materials. This update applies to every material listed on the screen. You can use a positive or negative percentage. Just be aware that there's no undo button if you make a mistake. Like updating a single line's unit cost, a message may appear asking if you want to update the master material costs. Selecting Yes updates your bid and your database with the new cost, while selecting No only updates the current bid. The next green field, Total, displays the total price for the material. This field multiplies the item's price per unit by the total quantity. The Total field is essential as it shows you how much money you have invested in each material item. A total for all materials displays at the bottom of the list. The next field, Waste, shows the waste percentage added to the material. This percentage comes from the item's master record, but it can be adjusted here. The next fields, Unit and Unit Size, show you exactly how many units of material you have in your bid, based on the takeoff quantity and current waste percentage. Typically, whole units are preferred for ease of purchasing, so you can manually adjust a unit to the next highest whole unit, and QuickBid automatically adds the appropriate amount of waste. You can save time using the rounding options in the context menu. Round all to the nearest container rounds every line on the screen up or down to the nearest container. If there's no waste on a line, that line rounds up. Round up to the nearest container rounds the selected line up. Therefore, if you want to use this on more than one line, you must select all the lines you want to round before you right-click. Round down to the nearest container works the same way, except it rounds all lines down, unless there's not enough waste, in which case nothing changes. The Price Updated field reflects the date of the most recent price update. Finally, Supplier lists the suppliers found on the General tab of the item's master record, or the accepted eQuote supplier. To learn more about eQuotes, see the training video Sending and Receiving eQuotes. Now that you're familiar with what's on the Materials tab, let's look at how you can organize that information. Like most other tabs in QuickBid, the Materials tab contains several filters across the top of the screen: Section, Area, Cost Code, Type, and Supplier. You can use these filters to limit the material lines shown on the screen. You can use a filter by itself or in conjunction with others to target specific materials. You can sort lines by clicking the column headings along the top. Clicking the column heading again reverses the sort order. The sorted column contains a triangle. The triangle pointing up means the field is in ascending order, and pointing down means descending order. Sorting is great to see which material is the most expensive or which material's price is least current. One last thing. If you notice you selected the wrong material line, for example, all these lines for 4x10 sheets of 5/8 inch Type X drywall should have been 1/2 inch. You can easily swap out that material without the need to change every individual condition. This X58 item is attached to several conditions, which could take a while to fix. Instead, right-click the material and select Replace Material Where in Use from the context menu. A disclaimer tells you that QuickBid only recommends options that closely match the setup of the item you wanted to swap out. That's a good thing. You wouldn't want to replace all your drywall with roofing nails accidentally. Click Continue and the Replace Items List window shows you all the available options. Now, select carefully. In this case, I want to find the X12 item and double-click it. Just like that, the 5/8 inch material swaps out for the 1/2 inch material in every condition it was used in.